Happy release day!
Happy release day!
Yeah, Katy Perry's new album, 143, was officially out on 9/20.
It's a little bit more like fulfilled. It's a little bit less worrisome. It's a little less on the defense. It's a little less broken. It's a little bit more whole and happy and full of light and continuing to spread that love and light.
I know you feel it. Can you believe it?
But it seems as though there are fewer listeners to spread that love and light too this time around. Yeah, after the global rejection of the first single, Woman's World,
Baby, we ain't going away.
and the quick follow-up, Lifetimes, proving to be not much of a lifeline,
Lifetimes.
it's not surprising that 143 isn't generating much excitement after its release. The album debuted with 6.6 million streams in its first day on Spotify. Just to give you some context, the top 10 of the most streamed albums on their opening day, all their numbers are over 100 million. Yeah. So Katy's numbers keep on dropping. So Witness's opening streaming numbers were 10.4 million. Then Smile was 7.8 million. And yeah, now 143 is 6.6 million. Now Katy smartly spent album release day in a country she knew that the crowds would come. Brazil.
The album is out in Brazil.
Yeah, Katy spent some downtime on the streets of Rio as well, as she performed her sold-out Rock in Rio concert on Friday night. Well, back in the United States and the UK, music critics were not singing the album's praises. Enemy gave it 2 out of 5, saying the pop star struggles to relocate her old sense of fun and fails to recreate the magic of the Teenage Dream album. Slant also gave it 2 out of 5, saying it's mostly a joyless, by-the-numbers comeback. There are a few bright spots on the album, though none of them reached the singer's peak output. AP called it uninspired and forgettable. Rolling Stone gave it 1.5 out of 5. A failed attempt to rekindle her glory years. The Maximilist productions she used to lord over feel as dated as a vine. Variety echoed that failure to reclaim past glory. Consequence of Sound called it soulless and among the dullest albums. The Independent says it's painfully dated and glaringly out of touch. 2 out of 5. 2 stars from The Guardian as well. They wrote, when Europop revival falls short of total catastrophe, Business Insider didn't think there was one redeeming song on the album. Well, Flynn Bloom disagrees.
Like, I will play things to Orlando's son, who's 13, and he has a really good ear. He loves this song called All the Love, which is on 143, and that's like one of my favorite songs that I wrote.
Sorry, Flynn, not my jam. And not Billboard's either. So they ranked all 11 tracks from best to worst. And yeah, All the Love is on the bottom. At the top is the album's third single, I'm His, He's Mine, featuring Doechii.
Don't waste your time. I'm what he likes.
That's another no for me. Nope. Now, Katy previewed Gorgeous at the same time she previewed Lifetimes and waited to see which one the fans gravitated towards in order to choose single number 2. Lifetimes won out. But yeah, Gorgeous is like the E.T. or the Dark Horse entry of this album.
I would say the hardest one to come together probably was Gorgeous, just because there was some rewrites on that just to get that right, because it's a simple, beautiful, sexy song.
Clash liked the track. They gave 143 5 out of 10, so that would be 2.5 out of 5. So yeah, that's a step up. They thought it was an oddly dated return, and also write 143 isn't all that bad a pop album, and places her melodic flourish and penchant for millennial camp come to the fore in a manner that suggests the creative fires are still burning.
And I'm just so grateful that I'm still here standing today. And this is my job. And I'm still celebrating and still bringing life and light and joy and BPM, especially on this record.
Yeah, exactly.
Washington Post, on the other hand, thought it felt about 143 years old. The singer tries to revive her imperial era, but her perfunctory pop music feels trapped in a bygone time. The LA Times headline says, in a year of great pop music, Katy Perry's latest is pop trash. Ooh, Katy can't hear you in Brazil. Nope. Other than doing her Rock in Rio show, Katy spent some time by the pool. Maybe she should have been streaming 143 instead, because unfortunately, none of the tracks managed to crack the global Spotify chart on its opening day. The opening week projections are quite disappointing. It might not make the top 10 as it heads to a debut week of 37 to 42,000 units moved.
They've had enough of me.
Yeah, so I like Lifetimes. I like Gorgeous. I like Wonder. I know that song, that closing track is really splitting people down the middle.
We're older. Will we still look up and wonder?
I'm not even sure I'll listen to Gorgeous and Wonder that much. Yeah. I appreciate the Katy's chutzpah in wanting to return to her pop glory, but I said she'd have to deliver absolute earworms to get there, and yeah, she didn't. And Katy can do better than this. She really can. See, I'm disappointed that she didn't deliver the material.
I wanna know the truth, even if it hurts me.
It feels like music that is trying to reach a goal as opposed to having a purpose. I'll applaud Capitol Records for spending so much promo money to try to make this happen. Like a lot of the time these days, record labels won't even greenlight one music video. But yeah, Katy got 3 pre-release, and she was already asking for fan input on what should be number 4. I mean, how could they possibly choose, Katy? I'm giving this album a D+. I'm Graeme O'Neil.
I'll never forget.